Hello everybody, it's Courtney again. This is going to be a class over pronunciation. We're going to read aloud 3 different articles, if provided we have time, about the cities of London, San Diego, and Cozumel. And then we're going to talk a little bit about our own cities and countries. Hello, hello. So we have Wolf, Vivian, Mohammed, Mamoon. Is that how you pronounce it?
Oh yeah, Mamoon.
Hello. Mamoon. Okay. Nice to meet you. My name's Courtney.
Nice to
How are
meet
you doing today?
Doing great, thank you.
Good to hear. And where are you from?
I'm from Lebanon.
Lebanon. Wonderful. Actually, one of my close friends in Costa Rica is from Lebanon, so I think that's really interesting. Wonderful. Okay, so this is a pronunciation class. I have 3 links added on to the class, and I will type them in the Google Hangout chat as we use them. The first city that we're going to talk about is London, and this is actually a pronunciation class, so we're going to take turns reading aloud the article. Alrighty, wonderful. I think the class is full now, so if you have both windows open, Sir, I'm afraid that you have both the Verbling and Google Hangout chat window open. Could you please close the Verbling chat? Thank you. Maybe that's Veronica.
Yeah.
Hi, Veronica. I muted you because I was concerned that you may have had some background noise. Okay, so if everyone will look in the Google Hangout chat, please. I have posted a link to the article that we are going to be reading aloud today. One of the articles we are going to be reading aloud is about the city of London. So, okay, can someone tell me where London is?
In Europe?
In Europe, right? We're at Europe.
It's a city, it's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science. Yeah, but where is it? Where is it in the world? It's in Europe, yes, but where in Europe?
Are you putting on?
No, I'm not putting you on. I want to know. Tell me, where is London? Where is it? Where? Where in Europe?
In England.
Thank you, thank you. It's in England, yes. So we're talking about a city in England. Does everyone have the London article up?
Yes, I have.
Yes, it's very nice article.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Does someone volunteer to read first, and I'll tell you when to stop?
I would like.
Goldman? Okay,
Yeah.
Goldman's going to start us off.
Yeah.
Starting at London travel tips.
Yeah, you just say when I stop. I'll stop.
Okay.
London travel tips. In London, life is invigorating. That is why people visit and then come back time and time again. The English writer Samuel Johnson famously said, "You find no man at all intellectually who is willing to leave London. No, sir. When a man is tired of London, he is tired of life. For there is a London all that life can afford. More than 2 centuries have passed since Johnson's era, but even today reviewers agree that this 2 millennia old city remains one of the most exhilarating place on earth. Yeah, here what is antiquated? The Tower of London, built in
1078.
yeah 1078, clasps hands with the contemporary. The Millennium Bridge, finished in 2000. The grey fog climate settles in a city that still performs Shakespeare's, but with actors who don modern garb. Londoners most certainly still away at Prince William and his new fiancée Kate, but they also rock out to Coldplay and Lily Allen, and while they still sip tea, they now think Starbucks too, a current day leader in everything from politics and banking to fashion and music. London also keeps its history alive, and interested guests can still trace Jack,
Trace.
Jack the Ripper's steps on evening tour, or watch the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. I
Okay,
cannot
wonderful. Wonderful. Okay.
say.
So, let's see. In the second paragraph, first sentence, antiquated. Let's all say that together. That's a little bit of a difficult word. Antiquated.
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 And who can tell me what antiquated means?
It means vibrant.
It means old.
Vibrance.
If something is old, it's antiquated.
Is it called also antiques?
Yes, antiques. Antique is a noun. Antiquated is an adjective. Perfect. Okay, so let's see. Invigorating. Who knows what invigorating means? Invigorating.
Vibrant.
Vibrant, yes. Vibrant, exciting. If something is invigorating, it makes you excited. Makes you an eager beaver. Right, Vivian? Okay.
Sorry, my mic was muted because of the noise.
I understand. So invigorating. What invigorates you? Tell me something that excites you, something that makes you happy, something that you enjoy doing. A lot of people say that taking a dive into cold water is invigorating, right? Cold water invigorates you?
Being with my friends invigorates me.
Yeah, perfect. Yuval, what invigorates you?
Don't know. Driving fast in my car.
Yeah, that's invigorating. That is definitely invigorating.
Without being caught.
Yeah, without being caught, yes. No, I understand.
Adrenaline charge.
Yeah.
Exhilarating. Okay.
That has to do with adrenaline a lot. There's usually a connection between something that invigorates you and your adrenaline levels. What else invigorates you all? Goldman, what invigorates you?
And you mean exhilarating?
Yeah, exhilarating, invigorating.
I don't know what it means.
It's the same. It's very similar.
Exhilarating, the way I understand it, something which is going fast. Is not that the meaning?
Exhilarating?
Exhilarating.
Exhilarating is very similar to invigorating. Exhilarating is a little bit. If something invigorates you a lot, it would exhilarate you. Exhilarating is a more powerful word than invigorating. Invigorating is like, oh, this is invigorating. This feels good. This excites me. Wakes me up. I like it. But exhilarating means, wow, this is incredible. It can't get more exciting than this. This is exhilarating.
Somewhere I can't find the word about because so I will read more about it later. So sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. You always work with it more. Hussein, are you there? Okay. Mahmoud?
Yeah, it's probably driving a fast car too.
Driving a fast car. Wonderful. Veronica, hello again. We have Veronica and Vivian side by side. Well, Miss Veronica. Okay. We'll go ahead and look back at that article now. We have, let's see. Who can tell me what a millennia is? Millennia.
An era?
Right, but what type of era? Millennia. Because
A group of 100 years.
1,000 years, right. A millennia is a period of 1,000 years. Right. So whenever they talk in the article about, in the first paragraph, where it says, today reviewers agree that this 2 millennia old city remains one of the most exhilarating places on Earth. What does that mean? Can someone explain that for me?
That now in 2013, it's a really interesting place to be because it's very old place.
Right, perfect. Like it's 2,000 years old, but it's still exciting, right? It's a fun place to be. Right, perfect. Okay.
It's still attractive. It's,
Okay, I want to take a look at this sentence. Veronica, I'm not sure what your problem is with the microphone, but just keep messing with it, and if you can get it to work, I'd love to hear from you. Okay, so I'm looking at the sentence. The gray, foggy climate settles in a city that still performs Shakespeare, but with actors who don modern garb. Okay, so who can tell me what don means? To don something. To don a dress.
Is it related to donate?
Nope, not in this context. Don means to wear. So whenever they say don modern garb, who can tell me what garb means?
sorry, where was that? In which sentences?
I typed it in the Google Hangout chat. The gray, foggy climate settles in a city that still performs Shakespeare, but with actors who don modern garb. Okay, so garb is clothing, and this is a very interesting way of putting that. It's definitely not everyday American English. So we're kind of looking at a difference in dialect here. So tell me something that you, what do you have donned right now? Like a dress, like a t-shirt, shorts. I have on a t-shirt and shorts. So you can just, think about it that way. Like, what do you don? What are you wearing right now? And garb. Garb is clothing. So my garb is a shirt and shorts. Okay. And this word, AWE, who can tell me how to pronounce that?
Oh,
Ah. It means it's pronounced ah. Let's all say that together. Ah.
Ah.
Like ah, so like ah. That's not everybody. Everybody say it. Everybody. Awe. To be in awe of someone. Okay. So who can tell me what it means to awe somebody? To be
To
in
make
awe
him
of someone.
quiet?
Not quite. To be in awe of somebody. Here it is in context. Londoners most certainly still awe at Prince William and his new fiancée Kate, but they also rock out to Coldplay and Lily Allen.
Oh, in shock.
So, to be in awe of someone means to respect them, to admire them, to look up to them, as if they were role models, right?
Can it be to be dazzled by them?
I'm sorry? What'd you say, Viv?
Could it be to be dazzled by them?
To be dazzled by them, yes. I'm in awe of them. Yes, I'm dazzled by them. Perfect. Wonderful. Glad to have you back with us, Miss Veronica.
Yes, can hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Thank you.
you. No problem.
What article
Okay, and
where?
here's another word. Sip. Sip. Okay, we had that in the last paragraph. And while they still sip tea.
It means drink and also pour tea. The glass, it's kind of phrase. They still sip, they still pour their tea in their cups or drinks.
Right. Whenever you sip something, it means you drink it very slowly. It's like instead of just drinking the whole thing at once, you're just drinking little bits at a time. You're just sipping it.
Yeah, enjoy.
Yes, you're enjoying it slowly. So to sip is to drink slowly.
No rush.
In small amounts. So, say for example, if a beverage is really hot, like for tea, or maybe hot chocolate, or some other hot beverage, you can't just guzzle it, right? You can't drink it. You can't drink it very quickly. Large amounts. Okay. To guzzle is to drink quickly in large amounts. So you can't guzzle hot chocolate, right? It'll burn your mouth. It hurt. You'd have to sip it. Okay, wonderful. So who would like to start reading at How to Save Money in London? There's the link again for those of you new who have joined us. Who would like to read? Volunteer?
I can read.
Veronica? Okay. Please read for
Yes.
us, starting at How to Save Money in London.
Okay, find the free attractions. Many of London's top things to do, including the National Gallery, Hyde Park, and the Portobello Road Market, are absolutely free to enjoy.
Keep going.
I continue?
Uh-huh.
Ride the two. Taking taxis will add up quickly, so I pay as you go Oyster card and hop on London's underground system. Nickname the two. Dying Smart. Corridors. Dying Smart. Corridors like Brick Lane offer fantastic ethnic food for bargain prices. Fish and chip shops are a cheap standby, not to mention a cultural must, and takeaway food costs less than dining.
And in that last paragraph, corridors like Brick Lane offer fantastic ethnic food for bargain prices. It's kind of a mouthful. It's kind of difficult to say. Okay, who would like to start reading at London Culture and Customs?
I am.
Okay, Yuval?
Okay, London culture and customs. The British aren't being rude when they ask to bum a fag in the queue
Okay.
for the law.
In the K?
But they might be if they ask to snog. To avoid misunderstandings, here is some British slang to add to your
Repertoire.
repertoire.
Okay, let's stop just for a second. Let's all say that together. That's a really hard word. Repertoire.
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 It's hard to say. Yes, repertoire.
Repertoire.
Okay, go on.
To snog is to kiss. A fag is a cigarette. Too low is the restroom.
The loo. The loo.
The loo is the restroom. Bollocks means that's wrong. Queuing means to form a line, and quid is slang for pounds or money. However, for the most part, Americans find the city accessible because of London's official English language.
Accessible.
Accessible.
Perfect. You can go on.
Also, the language is the same. The exchange rate most definitely isn't. London is already remarkably expensive, but the United Kingdom pound raises the bar even higher. To go on?
Do you want to?
If you want.
Okay. Would someone else like to read?
Can I, teacher?
Yes, who is that?
Okay. London is one of the fashion capitals of the world, and its residents tend to reflect that. Donning, if not trendy, classy attire, even for a trip to the local grocery store. If you don't want to stick out as American tourists, leave the fanny packs and visors at home.
Visors.
Practically pack an umbrella for the rainy days and a scarf of some lawyers for the chilly ones.
And keep going.
Okay. As for tipping, restaurants and cafes will usually add a 10 to 15% service charge to the bill. If a service charge is not allotted, it's customary to tip the same between 10 and 15%. If you're drinking at a pub or wine bar, tipping is discretionary. And in a taxi cab, tip a driver to the nearest town for about 10% of the cost.
Okay, wonderful. Alrighty. And
Okay.
I'd just like to remind everyone, if at any point you have a question, please let me know. A question over a word or over a phrase or what something means, please let me know. London culture and customs. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about what this means. I typed it into the Google Hangout chat. Okay, although the language is the same, the exchange rate most definitely isn't. London is already remarkably expensive, but the United Kingdom pound raises the bar even higher. Okay, so it's already a very expensive city, right? And it's made even more expensive by the exchange rate. That's what that means. Okay. So who would like to continue with London dining?
London dining.
And actually, before we do that, I want to discuss the word allotted. You can tell me what allotted means. Allotted. If a service charge is not allotted, it's customary to tip.
If it's not already on the bill.
Right. Perfect, Vivian. Allotted means it's there, that it has already been added on. If a service charge is not allotted, it's customary to tip. Okay, wonderful. Okay, who would like to read at London dining?
If there is no black.
Okay, Goldman.
Yeah, London dining. London used to be highly criticized for its heavy and uninspired menu items. Fish and chips, fried cod, and French fries. Beggars and mashed sausages and mashed potatoes, meat
Mince.
pies. Yeah.
Let's all
Mince,
say that together. Mince.
mince,
Mince.
Means,
mince.
Mince.
Means.
means,
Wonderful. Go on.
Mint.
Yeah.
And what does that mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mince. To mince something means to cut it in a specific way. Here, let me give you a better example. Here, I have mince Googled. Here, let me show you a picture. It's, like I said, it's just cut a specific way. This is what minced is. I will post the link in the Google Hangout chat. Allotted, it depends, Veronica. It can, it's pronounced different by Americans than it is by people from the United Kingdom, just a bit. It's pronounced allotted, but you will hear it pronounced allotted before, with a D sound. But it's supposed to be pronounced as it's spelled, with a TT.
Yes. Thank you.
Moído. Okay, Vivian just taught us a Portuguese word. Minced in Portuguese is moído.
Moído, yes.
So, I continue now.
Yes.
Minced meat pies. You get the picture now. London is hailed as one of the more gourmet cities.
Gourmet.
Gourmet.
Let's all say that. Gourmet.
Gourmet.
The T is silent. T is silent.
Gourmet.
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 Okay, we have half of the people saying it with a T sound and half of them not. So let's all say it the correct way. Gourmet.
Gourmet.
Gourmet. Gourmet.
Okay,
Gourmet.
Goldman, please go on.
Yeah.
Gourmet.
Yeah. London is hailed as one of the more gourmet cities in the world, and with its melting pot of cultures, it is not difficult to see why. London offers everything from a modern British to Malaysia.
Malaysian.
Reviewers recommend checking out Chinatown for dozens of Chinese restaurants. For Indian food, we suggest visiting the curry houses on Brick Lane. If you want a real high-tea experience, book reservations at the Riz, at Fortune Manson, or at the
Dorchester.
Dorchester. But be sure to dress the part. Chef Gordon Ramsay is a celebrity in London, and a handful of his restaurant of Gordon Ramsay at Claridge's and Murano are well loved by foodies and
Critics
alike. Yeah. Each offers a fine dining experience and serves up modern British meals. Pub culture is still alive and well, so if you have a hankering for fried fish and salty chips or a French fries, you still find them here. And for a quick bite, exchange a few pounds for a kebab, a quick and sandwich, or some to go sushi, which can be found in eateries throughout the city.
Good job.
Thank you.
Alrighty. So, who can tell me what a melting pot is?
It's when things became liquid?
That's one way that you could use melting. Melting is whenever something goes from a solid to a liquid. But a melting pot.
Cosmopolitan city.
Cosmopolitan, right? That's a good. Most cities that are cosmopolitan could be considered a melting pot. Like New York City, for example, is considered a melting pot of cultures, as is London, because there are many different cultures there that coexist, that live together. Okay, so that's melting pot. Okay, I want everyone to look at London dining and tell me words that you don't understand or phrases that you don't understand. Everyone just look through it and tell me what you'd like for me to explain.
Hailed?
Hailed?
Yes, hailed.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now London is hailed as one of the more gourmet cities in the world. Hailed means referred to as.
Referred to as.
Referred to as. If it's hailed as a city, that means people talk about it like it's, if it's hailed as a gourmet city, people talk about it as a gourmet city. Like, oh, let's go eat in London, they have the best food. It's hailed as a gourmet city.
Okay. Dress the part.
Dress the part. Okay, to dress the part means to... Have you ever heard the expression, when in Rome? Has anyone heard the expression, when in Rome?
Yes.
When in Rome, the full expression is, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. I'm going to teach you guys a new expression. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. That means if you go somewhere where everyone is dressed up, you should dress up.
Be like the group.
Right. You don't want to be the only person there in a tank top and shorts if everyone else is in dresses and coats.
Dress up. You should dress up.
Yeah, it
Not
just
to be
means
the black sheep.
act like, don't be the black sheep. Perfect. Don't be the black sheep. Act like everyone else. Do what everyone else does. Okay, so that's what, to dress the part means to act like everyone else and do what everyone else does. Okay, so any other questions?
Eateries.
Eateries. That's a good question. Eateries. Simply put, it's a slang term for places to eat. You won't hear it very often. It's not used very often. Most people just say
places to eat.
Most people just say restaurant. It's the same thing. A restaurant is synonymous. It is a synonym to eatery.
And that to go something.
Where?
It's just before eaters. To go sushi.
Oh, to go?
Yeah.
Para llevar in Spanish. To go means that you eat outside of the restaurant. Like maybe you took it to eat at your house.
Yeah.
Take away.
Handprint?
To go. To eat outside of the restaurant. To eat maybe in the park or in your house or just somewhere outside of the restaurant.
What does it mean to go sushi?
To go sushi?
Yeah.
That's just in the context here. It says you could go eat to go sushi, which means you could eat sushi outside of the restaurant.
But there's also expression they said to go sushi. I don't know what it means.
To go sushi?
Yeah.
Okay, look at the context. Here, let me write it for you.
To go.
Okay, And for a quick bite, exchange a few pounds for a kebab, a quick sandwich, or some to-go sushi. That means that you could buy sushi and eat it
which can be found in
outside of the restaurant. So in this context, it may mean a sushi stand or a sushi restaurant that does not have seating. Okay. Any other questions?
I just want to say the English, British English and American English, there is a lot of difference when I
Right.
hear them. Even when I read them, there is a lot of difference.
Right.
Don't know if you have you have the same, you know, so that
it's a challenge, right? It's a new challenge. Yes, so I think it's important to learn both types. There are several differences, but if you can understand British English, then you will understand American English, and if you understand American English, you will understand British English. There may be some misunderstandings every now and then, but it's very similar.
But there's the culture difference.
There is a big culture difference as well.
Yeah.
Right. So whenever they talk about pub culture in the last paragraph, can someone tell me what a pub is?
A bar.
A bar. Perfect. A pub is just a type of bar. Sorry, bar.
Bar.
Great. So we're done with London. You can close that link out. Now we're going to talk a little bit about Cozumel. Okay, so who can tell me where Cozumel is? Cozumel. It's not quite as well, right? It's in Mexico, right? But where at in Mexico?
Cozumel.
Central America.
It is off of the coast of their peninsula. Hold on, let me find the exact name of the peninsula.
Maybe I can read again.
Actually, we'll read it in the article, so we can read it.
Can I read?
Can I?
Rodrigo, you want to read?
Can I read?
Yes. San Diego? Oh, okay.
Okay, so Rodrigo's going to read for us. We're going to start at Cozumel travel tips.
Cozumel travels tips?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Rodrigo's going to read for us.
Powder sands cooks.
I believe. Erdem, were you the one who wanted to read?
Oh, so who gonna read?
Rodrigo.
Oh, okay. Cozumel's clear, turquoise waters and powdery sands coast travels by the hundreds from cold winter climates. Cruise ships are a feature of Cozumel's coastal views, and the atmosphere of this charming island is often interrupted by tourist chatter. In fact, Cozumel's charm are so effective that the shopping plazas along the waterfront stay congested much of the year.
Okay, let's stop there. Congested. Who can tell me what congested means?
Congested. People where it's crowded, some place. It's crowded.
Right. When it's crowded, it's congested. So, who can tell me other congested places around the world? Do you live in a congested place?
Yes.
Yes. Rio de Janeiro. I assume that would be quite congested. Yuval, do you live in a congested place?
I don't know.
Congested means it's crowded. There's a lot of people.
Yes, 7 million people in Israel.
Oh yeah, that must be pretty congested.
Very.
Yeah. All right, Veronica, do you live in a congested place?
I I don't like places with a lot of
A lot of
crowds.
people.
Yes.
Right.
I like the silence.
Okay, so yeah, you don't like congested places. I understand that. Wonderful.
Yes.
Me too. Me too. I live in congested places.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes, of course, in the eastern region in Saudi Arabia.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right. So who would like to read? And like I said, if at any point you have any questions about something.
I have a question.
Okay. What is it?
There is a similar word in Portuguese, and sometimes we use that, like when you have a cold, you say your nose is congested.
Right.
Is it
you can
right?
Yes.
Okay.
You can use it in that context as well. A lot of people say they have chest congestion in that sense. Mm-hmm. You can also say congested if you have allergies or whatever else. Chatter means talk. Means
Chatter talk.
chatter is talk. Mm-hmm. Yes. If you know someone who talks a lot, you can call them a chatterbox. Chatterbox. Someone who talks a lot.
Oh,
I'm a chatterbox.
Yeah, Vivian, you're a little chatterbox.
Like talkative?
I'm sorry?
Yeah. He asked if it's like talkative.
Yeah,
Like
talkative.
talkative.
Very talkative. If you're very talkative, you're a chatterbox. Wonderful. Okay, who would like to start at but crowd shouldn't deter you?
I do.
Okay. Yuval?
But crowds shouldn't deter you from discovering what this tiny Yucatan island has to offer, especially as Cozumel's real allure is far away from the downtown area. You can hire a fishing or driving charter boat to discover the shallow reefs along the coast. This is arguably one I can't say it.
It's okay, go on.
One of the best diving destinations in the world. Take a glass bottom boat on a tour around the island, or simply find a quiet beach where you can relax and do nothing. Once the cruise ships clear out, you should head down to the plaza for some live music and the real skinny on this little island.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so who can tell me what allure means?
And what is?
Allure. A-L-L-U-R-E. Allure.
It's in the sea.
Nope.
Allure.
Okay, in the context of especially as Cozumel's real allure is far away from the downtown area.
Especially as Cozumel.
Allure means attraction. Right.
Oh.
Attraction.
Mm-hmm. So it's what makes you want to go to that place. What makes you like that place. So the real allure is far away from the downtown area, where you can, what can you do that people would enjoy? You can go snorkeling. You can go on a boat tour. Those are the real attractions. That is the real allure of Cozumel. Okay. Anyone else have any questions about that paragraph? What about the real skinny? Can anyone explain that to me? The real skinny? It's right at the end there.
The real skinny.
The real skinny. Mm-hmm. Once the cruise ships clear out, you should head down to the plaza for some live music and the real skinny on the little island. On this little island. Mm-hmm. The real skinny. It's not. Yes, this is a phrase that isn't very often used. The real skinny means it means what's really popular. What's popular, what's going on. What people like to do. So once the cruise ships clear out, you should head down to the plaza for some live music and the real skinny on this little island. So doing fun things, maybe like dancing or going bar hopping, just things that people like to do.
Can you give us another example of the real skinny? And
Okay.
like a different context or something.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you some more context. It's like I said, it's not very often used, so you don't have to worry too much about remembering it. But if you come across it again, you'll know what it means. The real skinny. So let's say, okay, Vivian, you live in Rio de Janeiro. What's some popular things to do there? What do you like to do?
I like to go dancing and go to the beach to.
Okay. And what are things that
photos.
tourists do in Rio de Janeiro? What do tourists do?
They visit the touristic points.
Okay.
Like Corcovado and Pontinho and Copacabana.
All right. So you could say, let's say, for example, I'm a tourist and I'm visiting Rio de Janeiro, and I'm doing some touristy things. And I'm looking around, I'm visiting all the historical landmarks and places. I could say, well, I'm done being a lame tourist. Let's go dancing and get the real skinny on this place.
I get it.
There we go. All right. Wonderful. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Okay, who would like to start reading at How to Save Money in Cozumel? Here, let's have someone who hasn't read yet. Someone who has not read yet. Veronica, would you like to read for us?
Excuse me?
Oh, wait, you have read. Vivian, you're the only one left, I think.
Where?
Here, we'll let Veronica read, then Vivian. Veronica, would you like to start reading at How to Save Money in Cozumel?
Okay. How to save money in Cozumel. Pay as the Mexicans do. Most places accept United States currency, but you will usually get a better deal in pesos. Steer clear of the piers. The major cruise lines aloud at customs piers, so avoid them at all costs. It's one expensive tourist trap. If you must shop, head into San Miguel where the souvenirs are cheaper. Pack your sunscreen. You can buy your sunblock in Cozumel, but you'll probably pay dearly. Don't forget the sunglasses, hats, and bag spray too.
Good job. Okay, so everyone see where it says pack your sunscreen? You see how right under it, the can is italicized? Everyone see how the can is italicized? Okay, so whenever you read something italicized like that, if there's one word in the middle of the sentence italicized, you read it like you can buy your sunblock, but because it indicates that it's something that is possible, but that you probably should not do. And then it usually lists a reason. For example, here in this context, we have you can buy your sunblock in Cozumel, but you'll probably pay dearly. Don't forget the sunglasses, hats, and bug spray too. So you shouldn't buy sunblock in Cozumel because it's too expensive. You should probably bring it instead. That's what that means. Okay, Miss Vivian, Cozumel dining.
Can I read? Please.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Erdem, you can go after. You can go whenever we start talking about the San Diego.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I start?
Vivian.
Yes.
Can I?
Vivian, me or him?
Vivian, it's you.
B.
Cozumel dining. Cozumel doesn't offer the most exciting cuisine options, but you can still dine at some impressive Mexican and international style restaurants. Meals here are centered on shellfish, seafood, and common Mexican staples
Staples.
like beans, salsa, and tortillas. Restaurants like Prima Trattoria and even the Hard Rock Cafe offer a change from the local cuisine, but you also have to sample Mexican fare as often as you can. Many of the best restaurants in town offer local seafood, including affordable lobster dishes. Most can be found in downtown, including oops, most can be found in downtown San Miguel, in addition to a number of local food stands that offer cheap local fare, ideal for a quick snack. Quinta, a local Mexican restaurant centered on fish and meat dishes, is a favorite among travelers.
Wonderful. Okay, any questions about this article? So tell me, what are some of the best things about going to Cozumel according to this article? What are some of the best things about Cozumel?
The restaurants that are
Right.
good.
Right, the restaurants. Anything else? They're good restaurants. Let's see. It also said that there is that you can go snorkeling. I believe it said that at one point.
Teacher,
I'm sorry?
one question. What does mean stagger? As
What does what mean?
staples like beans. The meaning of staples, what does it mean? Staples.
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 Staples? That is a part of a meal that is used for almost every meal. For example, whenever I lived in Costa Rica, rice and beans were a staple because you ate rice and beans at least once a day, right? You eat it a lot. So a staple is something that you eat, something that's eaten a lot.
Oh.
And it changes for each region.
It's the basic meal.
Basic meal. Perfect. Okay, and we're not going to have time to get through San Diego, but I want to give our Artem a chance to read, so we'll read the first part of it, and then we'll talk about some travel destinations together. Okay, so Artem, would you please read at San Diego travel tips?
I'm sorry. Okay. Consistently. Okay. Can I read?
Yes.
Yes.
Artem.
San Diego travel tips. Consistently sunny weather is what draws visitors to San Diego throughout the year. That and the mouth-watering cuisine. Thriving nightlife and one of the country's favorite zoos.
Thriving.
And what?
Thriving nightlife.
Okay. And then there are the beaches. As home of the U.S. Navy Pacific Fleet, San Diego has many top activities that revolve around the sea. Hit the Mission Beach to soak up the rays, to La Jolla to catch a wave, or to the Maritime Museum to learn a little nautical history.
Okay, let's stop there. Maritime Museum to learn a little nautical history. Okay, does anyone know what nautical means?
It's of the sea.
What?
Nautical of the sea.
Yeah.
Nautical.
Yes. Something relating to the sea.
Okay.
Right. So if you say you're a nautical traveler, it means you like to travel by boat. It means you like to travel by the sea.
Of the sea.
Okay, so we have 5 minutes left. Actually, I wanted to add a little something into this class. I wanted to talk about tourist areas where you live. So, what are some tourist places where you live, nearby where you live?
I don't understand.
Okay, tell me, what country do you live in?
Turkey.
Turkey. Okay, Istanbul gets a lot of tourists every year, right?
Yes.
And why?
Why? Beautiful city, but I don't like.
Okay, so maybe you don't like it, but it attracts a lot of tourists. You said it's very beautiful. Has very nice architecture, right?
Architecture and historical city. A lot of culture is there.
Right, cultural sites, historical sites.
And natural.
Nature.
A lot of natural places there.
Natural areas. Wonderful. Okay. Who else would like to talk about some touristy areas along where they live, close to them?
Consider.
I do.
Okay.
In Israel, we have Jerusalem, where is holy place to Jewish people, Christians, and Muslims all over the world. We have the Dead Sea, that is the lowest place on the planet. We also have Eilat, that is a really nice place for having a vacation. And Tiberias also is a nice place. And if you want something like a small New York, you have Tel Aviv also.
Wow, wonderful! You guys have everything, don't you?
Yes.
And thank you. You actually just taught me something. I knew that the Dead Sea was the lowest place on the planet, but I didn't know where it was. So now I do. You taught me something today. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Living and learning.
Alrighty, we have 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. Tell me, what are some tourist attractions close to where you live?
I wanna speak.
Yeah.
Can I speak? Okay.
Yeah.
For example, in the Galapagos Island, is a place with a lot of tourists because they has a lot of marine species.
Yeah, marine specialists.
Like seals, birds, and especially this island is visited by Americans, Europeans, and this is an amazing place. It's very, very nice, very wonderful.
Wonderful. Yeah, the Galapagos Islands are they attract a lot of tourism, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard they're a very beautiful place. I'd like to go one day myself. So that's great. Wonderful.
Come to Rio.
Yeah. Tell me about Rio. What's great about Rio de Janeiro?
Something about Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah.
The whole city is like a touristic point. So wherever you look, there is something you should see, like the beaches, the biggest statue of Christ Redeemer, the Bondino, which is like a cable car who can take you from one mountain to another one, and during the small trip you make on it, you can see the whole city, and it's like one of the best views of Rio.
Wow.
Yeah.
We live in some pretty places, don't we? Yeah, I live 6 hours from Chicago. You all know what Chicago is, right? You all know Chicago? You've heard of it before?
In Illinois.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's even a musical about Chicago.
Yeah, there's a lot of shows, musicals about Chicago. I live 6 hours from Chicago, and I really like it. I just went there a couple weeks ago, and it has a lot of tourist attractions. It's a third Latino, so there are a lot of Spanish speakers as well as the English speakers. And I really enjoy Chicago. They have a lot of really nice restaurants and things, especially, and nightlife, so I really enjoy it there. Oh, and Veronica says that the Galapagos Islands are in Ecuador. Okay, so I have to start my next class now. For those of you that can join me, please do. And
Thanks, teacher.
Oh, no problem.
Hi,
in the
Will.
next class.
Thanks, Veronica. Thanks.
No problem. I hope to see you all in my next class.